Hey everybody, I thought I'd pop in for a little live chat with you all on a Friday afternoon and just check in and see what you're doing and what you're thinking and what maybe what you would like for Christmas this year. And also I'd love to hear from you in terms of what you see 2021 looking like for you, and how you're going to kind of tie up your loose ends of 2020. I always like to do a little autopsy on the year and then decide what I'm going to do with the next year. I don't really do New Year's resolutions. I'm more interested in learning from my mistakes or my experiences from the prior year and then making a plan of how I can move forward into the new year with maybe a new attitude or something that is going to help me serve the world in a better way. So, I mean, that's kind of why I'm here, is to serve you and to learn from you as to what you need, what you're interested in, what you would like to have different in your life. So, you've got the comment section. I'm here to chat with you. I wish we could do this on Zoom. I would love to set up some Zoom sessions like this where we could actually have a conversation. I'm much more interested in listening to you than doing all the talking. These little live videos are a little challenging for me in terms of just talking to a camera, so I prefer to talk to you directly. Would that be something you'd be interested in doing, is doing a little live Zoom, uh, not necessarily a class, but a gathering of like-minded people or even various-minded people to get together and have some chats about some of the important things in life? One of the conversations that I had with a dear friend of mine this morning was around the vaccines and whether they're a good idea, not a good idea, what we're hearing about them, what's true, what's not true. Both my husband and I have been in healthcare for many decades, and he's probably one of the most discerning scientists I know. He's a medical doctor, he's in the trenches. He looks at the science with a very, I always said he should be, if he were a lawyer, he'd be a great judge because he's very rational in his thinking. And so, oh, hi, David. You'd love to be in Jamaica. Me too. Yeah, my friend Bob Hannaford just sent a picture yesterday about he's in, I think he's in Mexico and on the beach, and I got a little twinge of jealousy. It's like, oh, I want to be on the beach with my friends. So yeah, I'm missing my friends desperately, and would love to be able to participate in some free-spirited laughter, just deep, meaningful conversation with people that I care about. So that's kind of what I would like. So David, what do you want for Christmas, and how do you see 2021 going for you? 2020 has certainly been a challenging year. Yeah, I don't know of anybody that hasn't been challenged to the max. And you know, the our mental health is certainly affected by all that's happening. So, what are you doing to keep your sanity and to keep your mental health strong? I think there's a lot of we've failed our mental health care process in the United States, maybe globally, but certainly we can focus on the United States. And so I think there's a lot of things that we can do. I know for me, one of the biggest helpers for me has been my yoga. And really, the word yoga means to yoke body, mind, spirit, or body, mind, soul. And so it's the meditation, the practice, the deep going inward, and also, being present in the moment, learning how to let go of some of the fears that are in our anticipation of what's coming or what's been, but kind of be present in the moment and realize that I have a great mantra that I like to share with people, and it's, I am here, this is now, I am safe, all is well. And then you say that again and you add, I am loved, and you say it again, adding, I am love itself. So these little mantras can really help when you're under duress and you're starting to spiral into those mindsets that take us away from being in the present moment, being in our body, feeling our breath, feeling just the pleasure of the body, eating something that tastes good, hugging somebody that you can hug, or just giving yourself a self massage. You know, those kinds of things can keep us present. So I would always like to hear. So tried sitting outside by you tried sitting outside by the saltwater pool and hot tub chilling. By mine? Are you at my house, David? So what else is up with you? You know, I'd love to chat with you more and get a feel for what matters to you in this world. Merry Christmas from Italy. Hi, Giorgio. Thank you. Yeah, how are things over there? What's happening? So let me know in the comments if you would ever be interested in me putting together just a little Zoom gathering. I was doing that once a week for a bit with my Hito friends, and it was so fun, and I need to get back to that. You're at mine? Are you at my house, David? That's cool. How's that? How is it? So tell me what else is on your 2021 list. I know one of the things that for me I've been hello. I've been much more politically active and feisty this year than I have been in my entire life. And for me, that's been a really important outlet of frustration and angst, is to be able to express myself. And you know, some people did go the other way and just don't deal with it at all. And we all have to have our own little nuance of how we cope with stress or these huge changes that are being forced upon us. So Bill, you want to come to Jamaica too? Yes. I know, isn't the Hito family is just, there's just no place like getting back to your Hito family. Yeah. H2. It's, you know, it's so hard to explain to people who've never been what Hito does for us. But I think it's, you know, what for me it's a place that you can truly be 100% authentic, and nobody puts pressure on you. They don't judge you. They're interested in just knowing who you are and what you're about. It's very simple. A lifestyle cruise. Yeah, I think it's going to be a couple of years before I'd be comfortable going on a cruise. They tried one, and man, they had another outbreak. It's like just putting all those people on one little floating town with all the same ventilation systems, and the crew. You know, you don't know how they're handling their personal hygiene, and so I think the cruise ships have always been notorious for spreading viral illnesses, and this one has been a real challenge. So, but you know, I think like Hito has some very strict regulations right now that make it much safer. Everybody, no matter what country you're coming from, has to be tested before they get there. They're tested when they arrive, and then they can test again in a few days. And you're not allowed to leave the resort. You're just not going out and about, because they're trying to keep their country protected. We failed miserably at doing that in the United States. So it's, you know, it's important that we think about others in our behaviors. I think probably the riskiest part is the airports. So you know, the fewer legs you have to your flights, probably the better. The planes seem to be relatively safe. They've changed their ventilation and, you know, cleanliness, so hopefully that's better later in the year. Maybe things will be better then. So what do you guys think about the vaccine? How many of you are going to jump in line to take it? I would love to know that. I'm definitely going to get it. I feel like that's my only ticket to having my life back. So my husband is a physician, and so he just got his first dose yesterday. Did fine. Arm's a little sore, but no, and he got the Pfizer vaccine. I understand the Moderna vaccine just got approved, so that's a second one. Exercising patience to travel, yeah. So David, it'll be your 20th trip. Wow. Yeah, wait and see. I mean, they've, the data is looking pretty good on the vaccines. I mean, 30,000 people plus now, we're doing all the healthcare workers. So get the vaccine when you can. Yeah, I'm definitely, I just feel like there's, with a pandemic like this, with everything else that has happened in our culture and our world in terms of these viral illnesses, vaccinations really have been the only way that we've eradicated or put a lid on them so that so many people weren't dying. I think about polio vaccine, and it's been in my lifetime that polio vaccine was created. And before that, so many children died or were disabled from polio. And as soon as that vaccine came out, it was eradicated. So that's huge. Measles, same thing. Mumps, a lot of boys got sterile because of mumps. Measles wiped out millions of kids. So, we have to think about vaccines actually have been game changers in our world. I think so. Bill's saying you have to show documentation that you've had the vaccine. I think so. I mean, they gave my husband a little card that that's he's now he's a card carrying vaccine receiver, and then when he gets the second dose on January 9th, then he'll be have another card that says he's received both doses. So I think and for me that's like, if I know somebody's either had COVID and has proof of it and has recovered from it, or has a vaccine, I feel like that person's safer to be around. Don't you? Do you get a sense of a little bit? It's almost like somebody's got a little more protection. And they're saying that even if you got a mild a case of COVID, it would be very mild. And that's the thing they discovered, is the few people that still got COVID. It's like with any vaccine, it's not 100%, so it's 95%. So the 5% that still got the illness, they got a very mild case. Nobody got so sick they had to be hospitalized. So I think that's what we're seeing right now, is our hospitals are filling up. Our local hospital here in Northern California, we're at 15% available ICU bed capacity right now, and that's unheard of here. And so we've seen a huge surge in critically ill people. And it's not just people in their 80s. There are people in their 40s and 50s that are in ICU. So it's, it is affecting people, depends on how much they get. Let's see. No, I didn't watch the live show. Was Winston singing? Fun. No, I have to check in. I was probably doing my show at the same time. I do it, the Wild Women with Wine on Thursdays. So, all right. Well, I just wanted to pop in and just say hi to you and see what you're thinking. And leave some messages for me if you're interested in doing a Zoom. That way we can all see each other, and I can see you and hear you, and we can actually have a conversation. If you get 15 or 20 people in a Zoom, it can be kind of fun, and people get a chance to introduce themselves and talk about things that are of interest to them. And I'm always happy to answer questions of things that I know about, and what I don't know the answer to, I'm happy to find it for you. I have some great resources around the world for, pretty much anything regarding health, love, life, safety, consciousness. So, I'm happy to do some research for you if you have questions or things that you're interested in. And be sure to tune in on Monday nights at the Conscious Living Show on YouTube and Instagram. And I think we did the Conscious Living Show on Facebook last week on Monday nights at 6 p.m. Mark and I talk about different topics around living consciously and loving consciously. So he always shares some little tidbit about me and how I am to live with for 35 years. So there's, he reveals little things every now and then. Now being 65, uh, now getting the shots, what I'm going to get. Yeah, good idea. It's a good idea to get the vaccine. All right, so I'm going to let you go. I could dribble on here, but I would love to be able to chat with you. So let me know if Zoom's something that you'd be interested in. I could set it up for maybe after the holidays. If I don't, we'll be on Monday night. Next Thursday, Karen and I are not sure we're going to do our show on Thursday because I might be traveling. But for the Christmas holiday, please be safe. Wear your masks. Stay home if you can. Hi Tina. I say sometimes we have to do the things we have to do so we can get to do the things we want to do. And right now is not the time to be to just think so narrowly that this, I gotta have a Christmas, I gotta have a Thanksgiving. Right now we're seeing the after effects of Thanksgiving. Over 3,000 people a day are dying, from that experience. So, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So let's really hunker down this year until this vaccine gets going, more people get vaccinated. Certainly the more herd immunity we have, and that will open up our world to get our lives back sooner. So I know it is nerve-wracking to go out. I don't either. I try to do as much as I can online and go out as little as possible. The hot spots are restaurants, bars, grocery stores, any place where that's indoors, where people gathering that you don't know what their habits are. I think that's really the key, is you can't always know what other people are doing. Same with workplaces. We're finding that when people are working indoors with people, they get cavalier because they think that that's their tribe, and yet those people go home to other people that are not in the tribe, that are doing other things and around other people. You don't know what their habits are. So if you work indoors with a group of people, you all should be social distancing and wearing masks while you're working. My husband has to wear a N95 mask for 10 to 12 hours every day. The nurses and the doctors in the hospital are wearing masks 10 to 12 hours every day. Believe me, you can do it. It's not unsafe for you. It's safer for you. Yes, it gets inconvenient, but you can adapt. We can get used to a lot of things. Masks are kind of becoming a fashion statement now. So it's and it's a kind thing to do for others. You're being considerate of others as well as yourself, and I think that's really important. Yeah. Yeah, online shopping, food delivery. Well, Amazon certainly is doing well this year, but God, thank God for them. People criticize these big companies, but God, I am so grateful for Amazon, because that means I don't have to go out. They're sending me the stuff that I want to get. And so, we do need to kind of realize that sometimes these things that may look like they're a conglomerate, they actually provide a service that, what would we be doing right now without these delivery services? We'd all have to be out and it would be worse. So we need to be grateful. All right. Have a great holiday season. Please take care of yourselves. Send me notes if you've got topics that you want Karen and I to discuss at our Wild Women with Wine show, or that you'd like to hear Mark and I banter and debate and converse about on our Conscious Living show on Mondays. I look forward to seeing you during those live shows on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. So find our locations. I'll put the links here later for the different shows, and we'd love to have your participation. And please go to my YouTube channel, The Sex Host Doctor, or Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, and be sure to subscribe so that you get the notifications. And also, I have a Patreon page now. So for those of you who really support my work and want me to continue creating and learning for you to help you just make better decisions for your life, please go to the patreon.com/Dr. Nancy. All right. I send you much love and light and good health. And let's get through this together. We are all in this together. So let's keep our connections going so that we can survive this and come out and maybe even thrive through it. All right. Take care.